Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Culture Man, Kenny Burns, and welcome to TKBS, where we inform, impact, and inspire. And we also stay hydrated, because ain't no way I can give you all this energy and not be hydrated while doing it. Go grab your Smart Water in that sleek bottle right now and put it next to your kale popcorn and get ready for the best show on earth, the Kenny Burns Show. Life's full of choices. Smart Water is a simple. Visit drinksmartwater.com and learn more. The dream is real. Yeah. Stand ovation. I got these two beautiful queens in the building. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TKBS. I am lifestyle specialist Kenny Burns. How you doing? What's happening? Talk to me. Yeah. The dream is real.
And I am Kendra Taylor.
Presidential it is. Yeah. Look at that fit, baby.
That's right. We got a bow blue.
And I didn't get the memo, but I'm Dr. Sugar because that's what y'all call me. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, it's given. Without the hey, y'all, the show don't start. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Talk to me, Sugar. How you doing, Kendra? What's going on? How was your weekend?
I had a great weekend. I was with my family all weekend. I had a family reunion, and it went off without a hitch. It was amazing. Shout out to the Jackson Family Reunion 2024. We had a great time.
Round of applause for the Jacksons. And we ain't talking about the Jackson 5. All right. Yeah. How you feeling, Coco?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling way better than I did last week. Your girl was down. I was down.
Okay. Well, listen, we are praying for your speedy recovery. Just don't cough on the episode. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 93, The People's Party. We have not been under a rock all weekend. We've been paying attention to what's going on. Friday, President Biden was still running. That's right. He said once he got over COVID, he was back outside. And then COVID showed up on Saturday. He said, no, Joe. No, Joe. No, Joe. It's time, Joe. Along with a bunch of other Democratic. And he gracefully bowed out of the race for president of the United States of America. And immediately, I saw people coming out the woodwork in support of Kamala Harris. I want to give a round of applause because the way the hate is set up on this black woman, and we're going to get to all of it today, is unbelievable. And why was that not obvious, right? And before we get going, y'all, I just want to send a special shout out to President Joe Biden. Let's give him a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, he spent 5 decades. That's 50 years in public office serving the people. I don't care what none of you say that wasn't affected by the crime bill back in the day. You weren't alive. You don't know how treacherous it was, okay? And what he's done in this small time, in this current presidency, has surpassed many presidents' 2 terms in office, okay? So I need you to read, okay? And this whole episode 93, The People's Party, is about reading, because a lot of you just perpetuate things you see that you have no idea about. And guess what I'm doing? I'm coming to see you on your page. I done turned into Tiffany Hamilton Burns. That's right. Yeah. If I love you, I don't care about the ones I can't touch their heartstrings. But if I love you, I'm coming to see about you in the comments. And no disrespect, I'm just going to hit you with a home team. Do you think this meme that you're putting up clearly for the ignorant mother suckers is helping anything in our lives? And I know you with the jokes and you got jokes and you're a funny man, but is that actually the truth? Or I'm going to a friend and say, hey, saw on your page that you got this little clip of the congresswoman from the first debate, you know what I'm saying, a long time ago, and was calling her out about these 1,500 people still incarcerated. She was the attorney general. Her job was to lock up repeat offenders. If you look at the 1,500 people you're talking about, repeat offenders. Oh, yeah, it makes sense, don't it? So I'm just gonna start stepping into the chat because Tiffany done rubbed off on me. And I'm with the shits. Because listen, Sugar, Kendra, it's gone too far. It has gone too far. And the reason I named episode 93 The People's Party, because the party is the best humans at the moment. If they were Republican, I would be going on the Republican side. Because it's not about party to me. The People's Party is the party I am with. And I want you to join it. And this week, we happen to be supporting Democrats. Oh, you like that? And if you think about what I'm about to say to you, In the history of our lives, I'm talking about anybody that is not over 55 years old, because by the way, a fun fact is there has been a Bush, a Clinton, or a Biden in the last almost 50 elections. Can you imagine it? That's wild to even think about.
Wow.
So let's just talk about all of those cycles. If you were blessed enough to see all of those cycles, but you cap out around 55, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There was nothing sweet about the presidents prior to that, and Republicans had everything to do with the changing of this new guard. Meaning, back in the day, they said, well, Republicans was this, and they was wanting to free the slave. Nick, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Let's talk about the last 50 years of Republicans, because every time them Republicans got in the office, they tore shit up. Oh yeah, the economy was good for the rich. The economy was trickled down from the rich to the, middle class. But guess what we don't have no more, y'all? A middle class. The middle class is not the strongest thing in America. And I want to know how y'all feel about this before we really get into the episode, because that's the thing. People talking about, I don't want to just be Democrat, or I don't want to just be independent, and being a Democrat means Democrat is what's happening right now. Do you not feel the same way?
I would say that you don't really have to affiliate with a party.
That's right.
Just affiliate or vote for who speaks to you, your values, what you're standing for.
Yes.
But today, in this time, in last year and the years before, the Republican Party is not a party for the people at all.
At all.
The Republican Party is for the rich, it's for themselves, what I can gain. And really, if you look at them closely, it's kind of like the KKK.
Ooh.
I mean, there is no way. I mean,
yeah,
it's the truth. They are showing, they have taken their hoods off in the form of red suit jackets and stuff
hats,
like that. And
red ties and hats.
Exactly who they are. You need to listen to them.
Yeah.
And if you guys are voting, I don't want to go all the way there yet, but
okay. Well, we're gonna get into that, but just remember, you're either voting AKA or KKK.
That's right.
Yeah, she got real presidential on you, mother suckers. All right, after my post about my thoughts and my wishes for this new presidential 2024 ticket, it was Harris and Buttigieg, and I posted it. And y'all, I just wanted to just start it because we had saw people speaking out on her behalf, and we were just kind of like, wow. I mean, I know I was shocked that so many people were like, okay, it's Kamala, let's go. Like they just went, and then you had the people, the naysayers, this, that, and the third. So I put in the thing, and of course, in my comments, I think it was over 3,000 comments, right? And they were all going in about, who they thought should be the vice presidential running mate. Gavin Newsom got a lot of favor. People were talking about Beto O'Rourke. You had, Bashir. You had so many different people that they were talking about. And I'm with all that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The best fit needs to be. But the reason I said that I thought Buttigieg would be a great running mate is because think about this, y'all. I mean, really think about this. I need some theme music. If you had a black woman of mixed race descendants, if you had a white gay man who is a military veteran, and you had them coupled together running for political office in the United States of America, where there is a barbaric white male dominated ideology controlling government, what do you think does the most damage to that white male dominant ideology? A gay white man and a black woman. How do you not love that? Right? And the thought of it for me was merely that. If we're gonna change the narrative, if we're gonna literally jump into the future of America, that's the obvious choice for me. How do y'all feel about that? Because I know y'all saw the post, like, what is Kenny doing? What is he up to? How does he know this information? Is this real?
I understood where you were coming from.
Right.
But unfortunately, I don't think we're ready for that.
Yeah, but why?
Especially, well, people want to do things that appeal to them and bring them the most
comfort.
Yeah, comfort and the better outcomes and keep them on top. So like when you have talked so poorly about a race of people, a class of people, a sector of people, You can't back off of that.
Right, but don't you think?
10 toes down.
But don't you think that's the wall that Donald Trump and JD Vance is going to run into in these debates? How uncomfortable is it going to be for that type of white male to go up against a white male that's gay? Listen, it ain't like he don't check the boxes. I'm talking about education. I'm talking about all the boxes are checked. That, to me, I want to make these motherfuckers uncomfortable. And I'm saying that because, too, you know what, Sugar, and then Kendra, I want to hear what you guys say. It's the homophobic thing for the majority of the world. And we're going to jump into that in 1 second. But Kendra, what you had to say? I want to hear that first, babe.
I commented on your post as well. I would vote for them.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
What someone do in their bedroom has no business of mine. This is the thing, though. You answered exactly why I don't think he would be on the ticket. Because of the barbaric white men that's out there.
The ideology,
There's a lot of sexist.
Yeah.
There's a lot of homophobic.
Yeah. And
racist.
Yeah.
Because she is black. So it would be great if that could be at the top of our country for representation. But the people that's voting for them, they're small-minded.
Yeah.
And they're not going to do that because of those reasons. It's too complex for America to understand that.
But it's
not about a person's race or their gender or their sexual orientation.
I agree with that.
It's about their credibility.
No.
They don't care.
So I agree with you, but I want to add on to that truth, right? I want to add on to the fears of people as you adhere to black people, the LGBTQ plus, and women, right? The most oppressed people in the world, right? So if we're going to look at those three things, right? Roe v. Wade is under attack. You have all this. Listen, we clearly know how they feel about women. So let's just put black women on the table. Let's put women on the table. You know how they feel about gay people, right? So, right, the LGBTQ, right? You know how they feel about them, right? It's without question. And you know how they feel about black people, right? So, okay, so we take those three oppressed groups of people throughout the history of America, its foundation included, right? And then you throw it in a motherfucking face. You don't think that women are finally going to join black, white, indifferent to get at these motherfuckers the proper way? And I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm just spirited right now. But you don't think women, I'm talking about across the board. You got JD Vance parading his wife like, oh, I'm married to a person of color. No, you're not. She has the same ideology as you. And if you're talking about someone staying in an abusive marriage because it's good for the kids, sir, you are sick. That means your wife is sick. I'm not apologizing for that. There's something wrong there. But again, back to my point, if you have LGBTQ community, women, all women, because I know white women ain't with that shit. I'm sorry. There's too many of y'all on the right side of history. And I also know that black people, whether you want to vote or not, black, gay females and males will take the place of you ignorant motherfuckers thinking your vote doesn't count. And it's going to be a galvanization of a community and communities that were really, not targeted. So y'all got to think about what I'm saying. Intelligent people like us, we know it's very, very important to vote in this election. And we keep saying that every election, but guess what's on the ballot right now? The Supreme Court. They talking about adding more seats to the Supreme Court. You already saw how they repeal Roe v. Wade. Women, you have no rights if they have anything to do with it. Then when he gets in, he has that boy, JD Vance. He's a hillbilly. He's Appalachia white. Not like, I'm talking about progressive city, been around some Negroes white. He's Appalachian white. So what y'all gotta realize is that's a different, you know what I'm saying? And when you have someone that says out of their mouth, knowing they're gonna run for the vice presidency of the United States, which by the way, he called Donald Trump Hitler, told him he was unfit, all the things. But that just shows you where that white male mentality and that ideology is. Okay? We are in trouble. But that's what I think the superpower is in that package. The superpower in that package is if you take the most oppressed people, you give them a voice. And I want to talk to the black community for a second, because at the end of the day, the homophobia has to stop. In those comments, I don't care about people's suggestions on who they thought should run, how they feel about certain candidates. All of that is on the table. But when you start off, I know Kenny ain't down with the gay shit, that is the most disrespectful energy you could put on any page, let alone mine. I'm not with that. I don't support that. I believe in support, right? I don't have to live a lifestyle to support someone who does, right? Supporting mean I think that Buttigieg is the best option in that role. If we went Gavin Newsom, and that was the majority of the people who said anything against Buttigieg, Newsom just made a transgender ruling in his state. He just had all types of like things that would be salt in the wound in these political debates, which, mind you, are happening now. We have 3 months to an election, and now we got to put somebody new in position. And you talk about somebody being gay, you don't even fathom what you're saying. And it's so disrespectful. And the future is everything, by the way. Not just what you live, sir. Not what you live, ma'am. Because it was women and men saying that in the comments. How do y'all feel about that?
I think that it's wild that we are still in that kind of thought process in 2024. But I think that when people don't have gay people around them, that they automatically have their own thoughts that they make up in their minds about how gay people are and what they represent. Because I don't like the fact that people put all gay people in one hat. Yes. In one box.
Yes.
That's just like putting every black person in one box. That's like putting every woman in one box. Like, it's a group of people. I'm not saying that, I don't want anybody to get confused that I'm saying that I'm equating race and sexuality. It's not that. What I'm saying is identity. So if you put everybody who identifies as something in one box, you're not going to pull out the same person every time.
That's a fact.
So it makes me sad that people are still in that, because everybody deserves representation.
Yes. And also, I want to address that, Sugar, because I feel like the homophobia is running rampant. I mean, at the end of the day, there's over-sexualized versions of gay, this on television, heterosexual, that. It's just too much. It's overstimulation. I get it. And when people are like, what they doing? No, everybody has an agenda. Everybody, gay, straight, and different, everybody has an agenda. Well, we need guardrails in place, right, to still have an intelligent conversation, to hear people of different beliefs, right, of different practices. But at the same time, you don't want a motherfucker like Donald Trump telling you what you can and can't do, because that's what's coming. You rather get with somebody that's gonna sit and listen to you, understand, but come to a meeting, because no child needs to see over-sexualization, heterosexual or gay, on television every week. There should not have to be just something inserted for you to be all right. If there's a gay story, or if there's a story with a gay person in it, heterosexual person, and we could tell every story. But you're getting to a point where you're making your decisions, your inclusiveness, your support is based on somebody's sexuality. We just can't be in that headspace. That's not conducive for growth. We are headed into a period in time. We say this every week on this platform. We're heading into uncharted territory. We've never had social and digital. And the fact that these people, and I said this a little bit earlier, but I want to get your opinion. People are posting memes like the ignorant are not buying into the memes and not hearing the message. You rather post a piece of, you know what I'm saying, Kamala getting fried, but not post her comeback? You can't do that. You rather post these memes for traction and views, like the 50 Cent thing we talked about. You putting Donald Trump, you don't understand what that's doing. But guess what's happening, y'all? And I want to know, first, give me your opinion on that. I need to know how you feel about it, because I don't think people realize how they're amplifying, in this case, the motherfucking devil.
I think we've spoke on that before. People just listen to a snippet and then just run with it.
Yeah.
I need people to start researching some of the information that's out there when it comes to her history as a prosecutor, as a attorney general.
Yes.
Go back and look at her, what she's done for that state, because she's done a great thing. I've seen a lot of information in regards to sex trafficking and some of the laws she overturned in regards to that. She's done a lot of great things for the state of California.
She's done a lot of great things for the state too, Kendra.
And for
all the states, country, the United States.
And as a VP. So I need people to start looking into the information and not just taking what someone has said and take it as Bible. Start doing your research. Don't take what someone has said to you and just regurgitate what someone else is telling you.
1,000.
Like it's everything. that's what I say. Do your research. Whoever her VP is, I'm pretty sure that they'll be exemplary in their past and what they have brought to the table as well, because she is a very educated woman and a very great person to take on this job.
Yeah, well, hold on. You just got that word right. You know what I'm talking about? I thought you was about to say...
Kenny,
no, I'm
you
just
gonna
saying,
get off my friend.
She's presidential today. I'm just giving her props.
I am a very educated woman.
I was saying...
And it depends on what we talk about.
Okay, well, Kendra, fact check the word. You said it wrong, okay? All right, the word was said wrong. Say the word the right way.
We getting down to the thing.
Say the right word, Sugar. Go on, say it.
She said exemplary, and that's fine. Leave her alone.
I don't know if it was that word, but it's fine. It's fine. What you said was...
Don't nobody stop you when you making up words.
I don't do it often. I don't do it often.
You know what the hell I meant.
We got a dictionary.
Make up a word every episode.
For Christmas 2024, we have a dictionary by Kendra Taylor Burns. No, but you was about to add to that, Sugar.
The other thing that I wanted to say, because Kendra was talking about people taking snippets and running with them. Like, honey, you didn't even, that's like running in a 4x4 and you just started running and you ain't even got the baton.
Right.
So like, if you don't have the information, then you need to stop talking. I really get tired of seeing people say, I'm not voting, but this is what I think, and giving a whole, like Cardi B did it, no shade, I really like Cardi. She did like 6 different videos and she was making a lot of sense about a lot of stuff she was saying, but then she just kept reiterating that she's not going to vote. And it made me sad because she's got so much influence in so many different areas that if somebody hears her say, I'm not going to vote, they'd probably be like, well, Cardi ain't voting, I ain't voting.
No, a lot of people will do that. She has 100 million followers. But Sugar, that's the whole point. We got to stop listening to people that really don't fucking play in our sandbox. I mean that respectfully, y'all. Because 50 years of service is public service. That's somebody playing in your sandbox, regardless of what they have material-wise or money-wise. We got to stop playing with... And the thing about Cardi, she just need to have a conversation with me. Because she should be the roving political reporter for the Kenny Burns Show. Because she really be having real, valuable insight. But then she go there and you be like, nigga, what check? Come on, it got to be a check. It can't be you. We've been listening to you all this time. And I love her. Cardi B, let me tell you something about you. You defeated every odd and you are here where we are listening. So Cardi B, please come be a political reporter on the Kenny Burns Show. You do have to vote though. That's the only requirement, okay? And you can talk about what you don't want to vote and hide this, that, and the third, but I need you to report it because you really got a way of connecting that most people don't have. So please, baby, whatever just happened, figure that shit out and let's move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the culture man, Kenny Burns. You know I'm talking about the dream of motherfucking real. I'm talking fast. I gotta get all these points out in 30 seconds. You have to do me a favor. You have to go to your favorite platform where you listen to the Kenny Burns Show, aka TKBS, and I need you to download the episodes. We cannot be number 1 if you don't download. Number 2, I need you to write a comment. I don't know why the hell I have a 4.8 on Spotify and I have 5 stars on Apple. Let's make it even. I love you in real life. Stay tuned. We have more TKBS on the way. Peace. The dream is real. TKBS Nation, when you hear a good idea, it's natural to do a double take, right? That's what you're gonna do when you hear Discover will automatically double the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with cash back match. Wait, what? Yes, double the cash back is something so good you might do a triple take. Get rewarded no matter who you are or how much you spend with Discover. See terms at discover.com/credit card. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the culture man, Kenny Burns, and you know when I'm working out or doing anything, my attention to detail is unmatched. From my reps to my outfits, everything is sleek and refreshing, just like my Smart Water. My Smart Water bottle fits everywhere and is one of my favorite accessories. In a world filled with overthinking, we're providing a refreshing change of pace, a moment of clarity with a simple choice of hydrating with Smart Water. Life's full of choices. Smart Water is a simple one. Visit drinksmartwater.com and learn more. But I wanted to say this, y'all, because I feel like, people are believing these lies now. I say it all the time. The fake becomes the truth. I say it on the Kenny Burns Show all the time. He did not get shot in the ear. Let's just go on and say that. No.
They already said it.
No, I'm just saying he did not get shot in the ear. Okay, cool. So how did you get blood on your hand? Because you slapped your ear. The point I'm trying to make is, y'all, it's all lies. Everything. He went to this whole humility zone at this RNC. As soon as homeboy dropped out of the race, he went back to negative motherfucking Don. He went back to talking about this and it's a conspiracy. Kamala knew he was sick, was allowing him to it's like, bruh, if you're going to believe in something, right? If you believe in something or someone means something to you, that means you have faith in them, right? You don't really have faith in Donald Trump. You can't. It's no way you can actually believe in him. His wife was so disgusted. Her mouth, the entire time in between smiling, was having a heart attack. Her mouth was having a stroke. In between the smile she had to give for that camera. We talked about her missing. What she do? She showed up the very next 2 days or whatever at RNC. So you can't keep saying you believe in this man. And even you people with money, the founder of PayPal, found out his name. He about to get fried. The founder of PayPal is a gay man and is supporting Donald Trump.
I mean, what the fuck?
That lets you know classism is in play. They don't care about you. Peter Thiel. Dear Peter Thiel, if you are truly a gay man and you don't think that giving your money to the devil is a problem, I will never use PayPal again. Because it's time to draw the line. He don't believe in nothing you believe in, Peter Thiel.
That's the thing, though. When people get to a certain level with money, it doesn't matter if you align with any of their beliefs.
Bruh.
It matters whether you can increase their money or how you can agree with them and get them to the next level.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. That's not even something that's in his purview.
Right.
I was listening to something and reading something earlier today talking about how all of these people in Silicon Valley are now backing all of these Republicans. And you know why? It's because they are getting something out of the deal.
Yes.
It's not because they are doing anything about climate control,
yes,
about global warming, about any of the things that are really issues within our nation.
Yes.
But it's about what you can do for me. Like, I used to work for somebody that said, you need to stop operating on WIIFM. What's in it for me?
Yeah. That's what you need to stop doing.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the actual problem with the world, because we are not looking out for each other like we used to.
No.
We are not looking out for ourselves in the right way. We're looking out for ourselves to see what kind of gain we can get, and not how we can help others, not how we can help ourselves get better. It's about what we can amass.
Yes.
And that makes me sad.
Yes, and it's, I mean,
Everybody for sale.
Everybody for sale, and black folk, you the most for sale. Hello? Because the majority of you don't got it. Okay? And the fact that you willing to dumb yourself out, be a crash dummy for these white men and white women, I'm all for y'all. I feel horrible for what has happened to y'all all this time too. I'm not cool with you standing by what they did, but I feel for you, and you are a part of the team. I want you to feel that in your soul, because you know how horrible, if you're over 40 years old, your husband probably is if you got a lot of money. You know how horrible the family lineage was to people and Americans, huh? Good, bad, and different. You people out there that had these people sending these babies to war to die for fake wars and oil and territory. It's a perpetuation, y'all, of, you know what I'm saying, the old ideology. Everything Trump is doing is a perpetuation of that white male ideology. And and the fact that we keep buying into it, y'all, you know, these checks, you know, you had these brothers talking about what he gave us, he ain't give us shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing until it's the haves and have-nots. Do you not realize the balance altering times in your life? If you are 30 years old, you've had a lot of balance altering times. And I'm not talking about your motherfucking cycle. I ain't talking about your motherfucking breakups and all that frivolous shit. I'm talking about, and not the cycles of privilege, but I'm talking about balancing. No, I don't know how y'all go through that. I praise y'all, women are gods. But I am saying this, y'all, for real though. I am saying this. In our lives, you have seen when Republicans are in office, how everything goes up. including the spending. And then when Democrats get in, they got to fix the shit and the mess they made, because the majority of Americans didn't benefit from that term. It's in the books. It's in the history books. I mean, when you look at what Clinton did after Bush, he had to clean up. It took him 8 years to clean it up. But when he left office, he left us with a surplus. When he got out of office, Bush came back in, another Bush came back in, that motherfucker ran it right back up. Then Obama had to come in and clean that shit up. Took him 8 years to do it. In 4 years, Donald Trump fucked it up again. And he wants to talk about inflation. No, let me tell you what inflation is. Y'all ready for some secret decoder conspiracy theory shit on the Kenny Burns Show? The motherfucking inflation is when these people, like I know you just seen Jeff Bezos sell a shitload of shares. You also saw Warren Buffett. He done sold stock in Bank of America. So y'all talking about inflation. What y'all guessing it is? It's the resetting for that man with that money. It's the resetting for that man with that money. And you know what the men with that money are? White men. It's a travesty how we continue to think it's something when it ain't. The first thing Trump went to is inflation. Ain't no fucking inflation. Have you been reading? This is public information. Inflation was caused by a pandemic, the first in a generation, but it wasn't caused to any doing of Joe Biden. He helped, if anything. But guess what that motherfucker gonna do when he get back in that motherfucker? You want to talk about some inflation? You gonna talk about the lack of the value of the dollar? You gonna talk about the companies? If you got Bezos selling, and he make $30 million every 2 hours or some shit, right? No bullshit. But like, if you think about him selling what he's selling, why is people getting liquid? Answer that question for me. Why people all of a sudden got to get liquid? Because they know if this motherfucker get in office, they gonna benefit. And they want to have that cash or that gold or whatever they convert their thing into. Or buy a basketball team or a football team. How y'all feel about that? Because that's what they talking about too.
Listen, I think that everybody forget what Trump did when he was in office.
Yes.
He mishandled the pandemic.
Yes.
Because he dismantled a whole team that was geared to look out for things like that.
Yes.
He hired his whole family that was not qualified for jobs just so they can pack their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever else that agreed with him. He mishandled our whole country during that whole time of his presidency.
Yes.
We don't know what kind of secrets he sold to the Russians. And that's the reason why them boxes was down in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
This man is
and what? In Mar-a-Lago? What you go?
Wherever the hell he at, down in Florida. Them boxes in the bathroom, in the mansion that looked like it was built in 1980.
Yeah.
Anyway, they forget about all those things.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to really make sure this man does not go in office.
Yeah.
This election right here is the prosecutor versus the criminal. And we need to make sure the prosecutor succeeds.
Yeah, the AKAs versus the KKKs. Go, baby.
That's right.
Go, baby.
And speaking of that,
yes.
Since Kenny mentioned Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, we need all of the Divine Nine.
Yes.
To just come on in and do whatever you need to do. I am not an AKA. I am a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta, and I am super supportive of what we need to do.
Yes.
We need to make sure that we are getting all of our people, whether they paid their dues, whether they haven't, whether they interested, whether they not interested, whether they denounced, whether they... Baby, we need everybody.
Yeah.
We need everybody, because if not, our country is going to go up in flames.
Yeah. And this is somebody talking to y'all, as far as I'm concerned, me, that's talking to y'all that benefit from every tax break and everything this man got to offer. I could give a fuck about the tax breaks. And I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. To Sugar's point, this is a lot of firsts. I mean, this is the first HBCU graduate that will be president. This is the first Divine Nine, any Divine Nine of the Divine Nine to be president. There's gonna be the first Black woman, first Asian Pacific woman. I mean, there's so many things that's first, right? So why not be a part of history? But I wanted to bring this up because I feel like in those comments too, when I did the Pete Buttigieg ticket alongside Harris, they were talking about like just nuanced stuff, right? what people did. And you remember when Biden was running, it was like, well, you did the crime bill. Okay, well, the fucking world was out of control. Your mama wasn't on drugs one week, and the next week she was a fucking zombie.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's how rampant this shit was running through the hood. And if you ask anybody who sold drugs, you motherfucking judgmental motherfuckers without the experience, if you ask anybody who sold drugs, they regret that shit. Anybody. I'm talking about the kingpins that are just coming home after 30, 40 years. They're sorry. They wish they had another way. So I want to know what y'all think, because I think this nitpicking and nuance, you're not the same person you was 40 years later, 20 years later, 10 years later, 2 years later. You're not the same person. And when you go on a woman who has an exemplary record, like Kamala Harris, I almost fucked it up. Like Kamala, I fucked it. Well, kiss my ass, shit, okay? It's because I made it up. But the point is, her record speaks for itself. But yet we picking at nuance. Talk to me.
So you know how people always say that we as Black people have to work harder to get less? Women have to do that, and Black women have to do that even more.
Even harder, yeah.
So it's like you don't want to believe that I have these accomplishments because I am a Black woman. Why do you not want to believe it? Are you intimidated by my power because I arrive in a room and you know that I'm there? Like, what is it? You need to deal with your stuff and stop making it seem like Black women are not the saviors of the world.
No, absolutely. But that's why Trump is terrified too, because she's giving the voiceless a voice. It's not just Black women, it's women. So when you think about what's at stake, now you the old motherfucker in the room. You're 78 years old, you old bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're 78 years. I meant it. Ooh, I meant it.
I know.
No, but you old. You old and you tired. And you're not gonna fare well. You better get ready for this debate, cause she gonna fry your ass. Cause guess what you can't do to a Black woman? Guess what you cannot do to a Black woman? You cannot lie and not get checked. Oh, you ain't gonna lie in the face. Oh, you ain't gonna lie in her face. She gonna check you, boo. Who gonna check her, boo?
Who gonna check me, boo?
Huh?
You know what's crazy, though?
Absolutely.
I was thinking through some things earlier today, and when you just said that, it reminded me that I needed to say this. It is wild to me that all I'm looking for is somebody to tell the truth.
Bruh. and listen, sis, and you so dead on it, because all of them got shit with them. All of them. Because again, you can't erase your past. But guess what? We all got to a motherfucking past. So while y'all up there judging and nitpicking and motherfucking saying you ain't never did no egregious nothing with your lying ass, you're lying. And yet you supposed to hold somebody else that's a human being. Cause I ain't seen God come back. Y'all seen him lately? He ain't came to earth yet. Did he make himself present? Oh, I'm sure he omnipresent, all the things. But unless it's him, Mathy, then what are we talking about? Cause it just be, I know Himothy, you get it. Okay, Sugar got it. Kendra gave me the evil eye. Child, you see them God done got me back for fucking with your dictionary. You know what I'm saying? I done goddamn fucked with that. But listen, y'all. I think that, these all or nothing ass Negroes need to go on somewhere. Cause I got a question for you, all or nothing ass Negroes. How's life? Huh? Having that all or nothing energy, has it gotten you everything you wanted? Huh? You all or nothing ass Negroes. Are you feeling the weight of your accomplishments? Well, guess what? If they were actually accomplishments, they wouldn't be heavy. All right? All or nothing gets you nowhere. You feel me? Like, you want all this stuff. Like, it's like having a relationship. You expecting the world from somebody that can't give you the world. Let's go in with an understanding that I can't get that. It's not possible. What we can do together is have the entire world. And I think these all or nothing ass Negroes, they fucking up the algorithm. Cause it's like you want great from everybody else but your motherfucking self. And lastly, y'all, we got a lot of thinking to do. The pandering has to stop. We got to make sure that we just, if you know somebody around you is voiceless and you can be that voice, tap in. That's all. Be a representation of your people. It's nothing wrong to have that selfless energy. But I do want to say this because I feel like we have a lot of this, let's hold off until we get something. Let's hold them accountable. We have 3 months into the election, okay? Holding off before what? Before the DNC next month? Then 2 months after that, we're going into election mode, and we have to switch an entire candidate and prop this person up to be the representation and lead the party to a victory against somebody who's been galvanizing his base for fucking 8 years. Come on, y'all. All you talking heads that's out here, no. Go down the list of things. You cannot have it all. You have it all ass Negroes. You can't. Do y'all not agree? Because I just think that we are in this position of like destroying ourselves again or affecting ourselves in an unfixable manner again.
I totally agree. And the heaviness of this election needs to really weigh in on everyone.
Right.
Because this is not something to play with.
At all.
We're really fighting for our freedom, for our democracy. We need you guys more than ever.
Yeah.
The same way we needed it when Obama was running, the same way when we beat Trump the last time. This one is even heavier.
Yeah.
Because they're getting bolder,
yeah.
They're getting stronger with their ideology, and we need to come together. Fuck all that, the little shit that, who cares what happened back in 1980? We're talking about what's happening today, and we're talking about what's going to happen for our children. And we need to get out and vote, grab somebody else and get them to vote, get the message out, get as many people as we can to read this Project 2025 that's going to affect us for the rest of our lives. And we need to get out here strong, bold, and vote blue.
Yeah, we posted a video yesterday. It showed the white male saying that they are the superior race, and that's how God intended it. And they trying to get back to that balance. What balance is that, bro? What entire balance the fuck are you talking about? I'm trying to encourage common folk to have common sense. Ladies and gentlemen, common sense. It don't take a rocket scientist to see what's going on. It does not take some educated, super intelligent person to see what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, he was at the RNC with a tampon on his ear. Then they showed up the next day with tampons on their ear. It is a circus. It is a travesty. And I don't understand how people are buying into that. And also, we have no emotional regulation. Y'all get spirited to do something, y'all just go. Next time you feel spirited to do something, take a pause, take a breath, breathe, and then act. But more importantly, go read a fucking book. Do some research on the thing you just heard that you're so passionate about that turned you all the way up before you go and just become a crash dummy. There's no room left. We don't have no room left. Listen. Emotional regulation is an episode, Tiffany. We need to figure that out and have that discussion because we making emotional decisions, y'all. If there was ever a time for an emotional decision, and I'm not talking about emotion in the heat of the moment emotion. I'm talking about the way you've been treated your whole life, the disparities to your community your whole life, the fact that women, you don't have the right to choose what's going on with your body, your temple. If you don't have an emotional connection to that, and you're not going to act because of those things, we're really doomed. But one thing I do know, black people going to show up. They're going to show up. The LGBTQ is going to show up. And all women of all races are going to show up. And we're going to get Donald Trump up out of here for good because he ain't got no more races in him, y'all. And then the JD Vances of the world, all them people in the local and state level government, they going to hell. Because guess where the Democrats are kicking ass right now? In the state, and in these cities, because there ain't nobody going. Listen, man, that is a far-fetched world. It doesn't control our entire destiny, but the one thing that does control is that Supreme Court and the power to change these bills. So it's very important y'all get out there. Any last words from my beautiful co-host?
Kendra got all the words out there. I don't need to say nothing else.
She did good today. Go and give yourself a round of applause, Kendra.
Whoa, why you add that today part? That was an undercut.
That was nigga, I said she did good today. What am I supposed to say? I mean, Negro, what am I supposed to say?
That's like somebody saying, oh, you look cute today. What, I look cute every day.
Nah, it wasn't. It was like I was proud. And Kendra, you did amazing today. Great job, love.
Thank you.
You know what? This is where. Do you have any last words, Kendra Bird?
No, I don't. Just get out and vote.
Get out and vote. All right, y'all. Let's get some emotional regulation going on with our spirits and our minds. Let's preserve. You know what I'm saying? This energy, we have to show up, y'all. We have to show up. If you don't know what you're talking about, shut the fuck up and find out some information. You know what I mean? Stop spreading things that you don't know anything about. Like, I just want to get off saying that, y'all. Okay, until next time this evening, be sure to check out the after show with Tiffany Hamilton Burns and my brother Michael Angelo. We want to hear what you got to say. And I'm sure this is going to go on until November 5th. All right. I love y'all in real life. Kendra, take us up out of here.
The dream
is real. She's back. She's back, bitch. Yeah.
Go vote.
The dream is real.